Hello, chat room. Oh, she pooped on the floor. God damn it already. Okay, one sec. I'm gonna take my headphones off. I gotta turn my webcam on. Okay. Oh, I have to wrestle this thing. Come here. Yeah. Check it out, chat. A dunk. Duck stream. I said I would do it. On the office chair for today. No, don't poop on the freaking office chair. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean up so much dunk poop. Anyway.
Oh, please don't say
I'm gonna go put this thing back. One more close look. Ow, Jesus. She's not an indoor duck. Woo! Okay. We're going back out. Wait, I gotta turn the webcam off. You wait. It's a big old dunk. Hold on, let me I'll be back, chat. There you go, you got your duck stream. That's about as much duck as I'm gonna have.
And I should have said it before you were gone. 'Cause I'm kicking myself for waiting oh so long. And I should have held you near every time I fear. Somehow you just wouldn't feel the same. So please don't say that you'll go. My heart can't bear the news. Just knowing that you'll be 1,000 light years away. If you do, oh if you do. Well, I'm just sitting here gazing up at the stars. Let's say we pick one out and call the whole thing ours. And even though that light we see ain't the same for you and me, well, you'll know and I'll know that you and I can't even be 1,000 light years away, and I'd still love you. Oh yes, I do. I love you.
Okay, for real this time, welcome. I should have brought out the black duck. The black duck would not have let me pick her up. That's the issue with the black duck. How's everyone doing, chat? I was like running around. I'm a little bit out of breath. The duck happened very, very early in the stream, yeah. It was only like 30 seconds of duck because it's, again, not an indoor duck. She was freaking out. How's everyone doing? My neighbor across the street decided to start mowing his lawn like 5 minutes ago. Okay, I'm gonna see... there's already messages in the chat that are being translated for no reason. Is this the same? This is looping, isn't it? Let's put that on shuffle. We got the Slime Rancher soundtrack like last time. It's been a little bit. It's let's sorry, I didn't stream last week because I was coughing. At the very end of the school year, I think the universe decided to be funny and give me a cold. Today is a double feature. We are going to be doing both Nightmare Hospital and then probably a short segment of Sadie's song. Everyone who sees Duckstream is gonna be disappointed because I already did Duckstream. I'm sorry. Okay. I also might have to... I did a little bit of a... Unrelated to Ducks, unrelated to Steven Universe, I fully upgraded my computer. I was on Debian 12, now I'm on Debian 13. If that means anything to you, then congratulations, you're as much of a nerd as I am. Also, maybe I should post the link in Discord. Let's do that real quick. Linux mentioned, yeah. Everything seemed to go pretty smooth. Oh wait, James already did it. Thank you, James. I know you're still in chat. Thank you for announcing the video. Lucky it's not Arch. Yeah, I've never tried Arch and I have no desire to try. I want to get a look at... We have a lot of time to take a look at, like, Connie's... the outside of, like, the weird condos. Is Connie's house, like, 3 stories tall, or is this, like, some kind of apartment where... No, she is on at least 2 floors, so it has to be 3 stories. Yeah, if you scrub back in the stream, you'll be able to see the duck. It happened pretty early on. I had to go wrangle a duck and then bring it in and then clean up all the poop afterwards. I knew duck stream would not last very long because ducks poop like clockwork. It's like constant. I want a 3-story house. Even if it was like this kind of house, I think 3 stories would be cool, because then you could, like, segment, like, compartmentalize all the stuff. Though it's a lot of... Bottom floors are, like, taken up mostly by the garage. I bet it goes pretty far back, though. It's probably a small attic. I had a friend who had, like, a really cool attic in his house. It was a big-ass, like, old-school house. Tri-level condo. Yeah, that's kind of what this is, I'm assuming. This is not Beach City, by the way. This is, like, way far away. I don't believe this is Beach City, at least. There's a reason they have to take Lion or drive here. Can we sell Lion? Can we put Lion on WikiFeet? If you're into that kind of thing. I like this little twirl. Okay, did you see this little twirl she does for no reason? She's like looking up here and then she like does a full twirl. Huh. Wiki paw. This is not Ocean Town. Ocean Town hardly exists after all that. Too soon. Someone just wanted, I guess a storyboard artist wanted to do like a fun twirl. It's kind of fun, kind of cool hair movement. They gentrified Ocean Town? I mean, it's possible. Is this like annexed by Beach City because it was it went up in flames and then the local government disbanded and then Beach City was like, well, we're gonna claim this and then we're gonna totally gentrify it by putting fucking condos and McMansions everywhere. Hold on, I gotta cough. I might be coughing a couple times during this stream. When I was recording the video for Patreon, I was coughing my lungs out. I had to stop constantly. Because I got a fucking phlegm in my throat. Could be neat if Ocean Town was like an island. Yeah, what if it like sunk because of a fucking gem monster? What if Ocean Town was the living island that they talked about in Cat Fingers? Here-eth. I wish we saw more of Connie's mom. Yeah, I agree. Dr. Maheswaran. Priyanka Maheswaran. I think Priyanka? How do you say that? I caught flack in the comments. I gotta, like, stop reading the comments all the time. But I caught flack for saying, like, I'm just gonna call her Connie's mom because it's easier. It's like, you're racist. That's like a microaggression. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I just don't want to type it. It's a long name. I don't want to type it. Because I'm going to be saying her... I mean, is Connie's mom more letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, apostrophe, 7, 8. No, Dr. Maheswaran is longer. I'm optimizing. I am streamlining my workflow by being racist. No, I'm not. It's a cartoon character. Those people can relax. Why does Connie get Rose's sword? I feel like that's my biggest like gripe with not only this episode but just like in general. Why doesn't she get her own sword? Why shouldn't she, like Harry Potter, like go and choose a sword or get chosen by a sword? That will make good material for the second Gemology. Are you talking about the duck stream? You should learn about microaggressions because being dismissive on that front, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much I care because that's like I don't know. There's something about identity politics. Like all it is to me is just distractions from like real issues. I get that people are like get marginalized and are treated wrongly because of like actual racism, but I feel like microaggressions are just an excuse to be offended at something that like doesn't actually matter. I don't know. I don't know. If someone specifically comes to me and tells me that like, hey, you're being offensive personally to me, then I will change it, but I at this point I don't think it matters. Like there's a housing crisis and here we are talking about mispronouncing people's names. Steven's a terrible, like, liar, isn't he? Rosa's sword is disproportionate to Connie's whole body and not in a giant anime type way. Let's skip ahead to where she's actually, like, using it. Just to see, like, how disproportionate it is. Not to mention this show has its infamous issue with scale. Here's a shot that this one specifically. Look at, I mean, it's like foreshortening and all that, but it looks ridiculous. Is the housing crisis happening to people whose names are often mispronounced? No, it's happening to everybody. That's the thing, is like let's focus on an issue that affects everybody and then help the people who are having their names mispronounced. I don't know. Let's not do a political discussion. If people are going to continue to like argue politics in the chat, I'm just going to like time them out. Not a political stream. Let's end it now. I found the whole sneaking around section of this episode funny because why wouldn't they fuse into Stevani? Hospitals are public places. That's also true. Like, they could just be in here saying like, hey, I'm visiting. Like, there's probably a doctor who knows who Connie is. Right? Like, hey, I'm trying to visit my mom at work, or like I don't know. It is, I mean, they are sneaking because they're trying to steal something. That's all. It's like a little bit of a heist. Okay, here's a shot that people talk about. Okay, so I didn't include it, but she says that, or like cheap hospital budgets. I didn't include that line in the video, and then people are like, why is she throwing it away? I think it's because she thinks it's broken. Which I don't think a stethoscope can break with the way it works. Hospitals are cheapskates? I think the stereotype is that hospitals are like ridiculously overpriced. Like all the medical equipment it costs like way too much. Or the state health department is corrupt. That's like true in general. I feel like that's like a universal thing. Like healthcare is like impossible to get right. If it costs money, it costs way too much money. If it's free, it's shit. I don't know. Also, this shot, okay, look at this. She walks over here, she uses her left arm, and then drops it on her right side. How does that, like, the perspective on that is wacky. She should drop it on the floor? Yeah, it should be like right here. My phone's going off? I should have muted my phone. I shouldn't have started with any sort of political nonsense in the chat, because then there's just going to be people who are like talking politics. Man, how dare I share a political opinion on the internet? That was mistake number 1. Never again. Why would the hospital staff take 2 gem shard monsters in the hospital in the first place? Hope they would see what it was like. Wait. They would see what it was like in what I hope is a well-lit room. This room looks very, very well-lit. Yeah, I feel like you would notice that this is like a guy with 2 legs and like 5 arms. And an arm sticking out of like where his head should be. I guess it would be a woman because it's a gem, not a guy, but like... I guess it wouldn't be either because it's a fucking like mutant with no... with no genitals. As far as I know, I don't know. When does the robe or the gown comes off, right? And there's like... No, the gown stays on, I think. Either way, yeah, this is pretty fucking obvious that it's not a goddamn, like, human person that needs medical assistance. I thought the title said fuck stream and I got really excited, disappointed again. Sorry, Carl. How did we get this far in the patient process? I mean, I guess they didn't get very far because she starts doing, like, pulse and stuff, which is something a nurse should be doing, right? Like, I think they just wheeled this gem monster in, or the fusion monster in here without doing, like, any medical procedure. I don't know, this seems really wrong. Again, I said it in the video, I haven't been hospitalized. It has a gown and a bracelet, that is true. That how do they get it that far? I don't know. Excuse me. It's A covered, B has a bracelet, C has a gown. Yeah, there's a lot of... How we got this far is a little bit crazy. But also, how do they do all of that without checking, like, blood pressure and pulse and, like, breathing? You know, I don't know. Looking to see if the thing has fucking eyes or a mouth. I just got an ad for some Seth Rogen movie, now I'm angry. I didn't play that ad in... Like, that's not my fault that happened. What doctor approved this? This is her project, I guess. This is her patient project. Incorrect. But also she got assigned the other one, too. Also, why is there an eye, like... anatomy chart? Let me look at that again. Yeah, this thing. Why is this in a, like, general practitioner's office? If this was real, that shit would be sent to a military base, like, instantly. Yeah, it'd be flown to Area 51 right away. I also think, like, someone, I don't know who brought this up in the comments. Someone brought up that, like, there might be, like, other gem fusion monsters, like, getting into the human public but these are the only ones we see. Like, there could be fucking, like, dozens of these things roaming around. If they manage to get 2 of them into the hospital, there's probably more than dozens. There's probably like 100 or more of these guys just wandering the cities. Why do they take the whole bag? Just the sword's right there. Just take the sword. Don't take her whole bag. That's probably got like her car keys and shit in it. Convenience? I mean, it's not that convenient. It takes, I guess, 2 people to lift the whole bag, when it takes 1 person to lift a sword. Dr. Maheshwaran is so fucking tall, she's taller than Greg. Oh, weird. She like 6'5"? How tall is Greg? Greg is like 6 feet, right? Greg's a big dude. Like a big dude in more ways than one. Yeah, she's tall as hell. That doorway... Maybe it's also a scale problem because like Connie... I don't know, wait. How tall is Connie? Taller than Steven. But that would make sense because, Steven's like a little guy. The doctor called the gem mutants disfigured from a car crash. How do you grow like 4 extra arms from a car crash? That's what's running through these people's brains. I think the background characters in the show are just stupid. How tall is that bed? Yeah, that's like 5 feet. Well, also, this is like gem mutant inside, like underneath. I don't know. The world is stupid in general. I think some of this world and our world is kind of stupid. There's no government, there's no military in this world. There's way too much government and military in our world. Oh no, I'm getting political again. Also, they don't, like, real hospitals aren't this spooky, right? Again, I don't know. I've never been hospitalized. I don't know. Whoa. Look at all that phlegm in my chest. Real life becomes more like a cartoon as the days pass. That is true. That's why I stay inside a lot of the time. One of those optimistic nihilists. Looks like an average hospital show. Yeah, I guess I don't watch... The only hospital show I've ever watched is House. And the reason anyone would know that is because I have a video on my channel called House Bingo. One of the best videos I made. I've been hospitalized. It looks exactly like this after 10 p.m. Okay. So not like after dinner, but like late into the night. Because they don't want people, like, their doors opening up and then being fucking blinded while they're trying to sleep. This is one of those episodes where I guess this one and Sadie's song, like the whole conflict can be solved by just like characters like saying the thing that they need to say. Like, I know that's like boiling it down because, you know, most conflicts can be solved that way, but just like, hey, I've been training with this sword and it also belongs to Steven. Like, this is not your sword to confiscate because it belongs to Steven. Like, come on. But then the conflict wouldn't exist, so I don't know. Speech check moment? They like, yeah, they don't have good charisma scores. They fail the, like, diplomacy check. Usually because it's hard to say it, that's the point. Yeah. Hospitals do not turn off lights at night for safety reasons. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a lot of conflicting answers to that question because I guess every hospital does it different. Side note, seeing someone's blind reaction to the show is so cool. I've shown this show, at least season 1, to a few people, like different people, and seen their reactions. I had an ex-girlfriend and we watched the entire thing together. And that was a cool experience because, like, I don't know, I like knowing everything about this show and then seeing someone else get to experience it just like I did at a certain point. Also, like, this is the Tomodachi life thing when a character gets a new outfit. I'm gonna wear Connie's skin. Most hospitals, from my firefighter perspective, we got a firefighter in chat. Firefighter's perspective, most hospitals only leave minimal lights on so that doctors can still walk around and the guards can use the cameras. That makes sense. That's like the most reasonable answer. I feel like I've gotten so many different ones, but that one's like right in the middle. They leave some lights on. That's also kind of what I see in this episode, where it's like dimmed down. It's not like the lights are not off, they're just low. But also, what was it? Connie's mom shining a fucking flashlight at what might have been Dr. West, who might have deserved it. I don't know. I don't know much about Dr. West. Also, this gem mutant has a butt face, but like the cheeks are different sizes. Is House MD good? I hear it's repetitive. Well, that's not mutually exclusive. It can be good and repetitive. Like, there's a reason I love Code Lyoko. And Miraculous Ladybug. Oh, there's a bingo! I talked about Miraculous Ladybug and all that. Dr. West is probably an asshole. I have no evidence for this. That is an awesome take. I agree. Dr. West is the brat of the hospital. Code Lyoko's getting revived? I did hear about that. That's like a few years ago that was announced. I think the original showrunners are doing some writing, I guess. Phineas and Ferb is also repetitive and good. That is also true. I haven't watched a lot of Phineas and Ferb. I watched like the first season when I was a kid. Dr. West is working past 10 p.m. He definitely deserves light to the face. Is this past 10 p.m.? Let's look at the clock that was in the office here. No, this is like 8:40. Dr. West X Dr. Stromberg. Are we shipping like faceless, nameless? Well, they have names. We're shipping like the characters that never appear. This show. Okay, hold on. We need to fix this. There we go. Now it's... Wait, that's still not level. There we go. Is that level, chat? If I zoom out. Okay, I'm putting it back to normal. Wait. No, I already did that joke. It was the same shot, it was just later in the shot. It was... What's with Steven Universe and Dutch angling everything? I feel like this one works. This Dutch angle works because it's like... Okay, so a Dutch angle is supposed to make you feel uneasy, right? Like, here they are. It's like an incline. Like, they're like walking up this incline to get to the sword. It's kind of a... There's a... Like, filmmaking techniques actually going on in here. Sorry, I was pointing at the wrong... I was looking at my other monitor and looking at... So they're like climbing this hill to get to the thing. That's kind of what this Dutch angle is accomplishing. Other than that, there are Dutch angles in the show that I don't know why they exist. Why did the monster attack Connie? I thought they only attacked gems trying to make themselves whole. I think the only reason it attacks is because Steven is here. Like, it can sense his gem, and then it was pretty docile until he got into the room. I like this. He's, like, sweat dripping down his face. Very intense. He's very primal. I wish there was a longer, like, crawl cycle for this and I could turn it into a fucking GIF. Do an emote. That damn universe kid, yeah. He got that from Pearl? That's so true. In fucking, Lion 3, Pearl does that when he's shooing her away and she's grinning for some reason. Oh, this is unrelated. I got a new... Well, I've had a pair of headphones. They're Sony MDR 7506. If that means anything to you, then good on you. You're an audiophile. But I had it for years and years and years. Probably like 10 years at this point. And, the ear cups had been totally, like, torn to shreds from just general use. So recently I bought new ear cups, and they're, like, so comfortable. I went back to using them instead of my in-ear monitors. I binged Yo Show in one afternoon as background noise. Welcome, welcome. There's a lot of new people joining. I think YouTube's pushing my videos to a lot of new people as of recent. I want to see Connie's mom's, Dr. Maheshwaran's funny face. Very funny, very expressive. This, I mean, I had to use this for a thumbnail. I thought it was awesome. You know, if I saw a sword, I wouldn't freak out. I mean, I guess that's the point, is that if I had a kid and they suddenly, like, brought home a sword, I don't think I would freak out this much. But also, I would be like the cool dad. I would say, let's take it out into the backyard and like chop water bottles in half. First, let's sharpen it. Because, I mean, if you got it off the street, it's probably not very sharp. I'll show you how to sharpen a sword, sharpen a knife. I gotta teach my fucking parents how to sharpen their knives, because I always go to their house and I try to use their kitchen knives and they're dull as hell. Like trying to cut through an onion and I have to like put my whole fucking body into it. Yeah, the easiest way to cut yourself, the easiest way to gore yourself on a knife is to have it really dull and have it slip. My neighbor gave away a free sword. My friends and I used it to slice fruits in real life. I remember that video. You made that video. Can I shill that video? No, I'm not gonna do that. If you're abandoning that channel, James, I ain't gonna promote a dead channel. Unless the show is really good. Like Kitty0706 or something. But that guy's actually dead. Rest in peace. Can confirm once chopped off a big chunk of my finger, still got the scar. Yep. Pretty brutal. I have this big chef's knife. It's like big rectangle. It looks like a meat cleaver, but it's not. If you used it as a meat cleaver, you would ruin the steel. But, oh, I didn't notice this. Look at they're building a snowman. It's a big, like, Chinese chef's knife that I got in... Actually, I didn't get it. I got my dad one in Chicago, in Chinatown. Hello, popping into chat. Can't listen because I'm ironically in a hospital room for a family member that's all's relatively well. Haha, relatively. Funny. Because it's a family member? Have a good duck stream. The duck segment of the stream has already concluded, so thank you, thank you. I always like this, like the minimal looking design on this portrait. Is it a portrait if it's 3 people? Well, I'm gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb because it keeps going off. Do Not Disturb. For like 2 hours. This looks like an adventure... You know what it is? It's the dot eyes. This looks like an Adventure Time drawing. How did Connie's mom notice the cut Connie got on her face and the callus on her hands? From Sworn to the Sword. If it was on her left hand, that would be... You could chalk it up to being like, oh, violin. You got calluses from violin strings. The face, I don't know. I think that's... I think the idea is that she's like entirely unattentive and doesn't know... She doesn't know her daughter's activities or her internets, as stated later in the episode. What is going on? I'm trying to move the timeline. All her activities, all her internets. Violin string broke and scarred Connie's face. Maybe? That's gotta be like a cello string at least. Why are we back in this episode? Because I didn't cover this episode last week. I didn't stream last week, so we're doing a double feature. This one and then Sadie's song in a little bit. The burns from Lion 2 too? Yeah. That as well. Like, it's one of those things where the show is showing you something and then telling you the opposite. And I think it works for Connie's parents specifically because they think they're doing better than they actually are, if that makes any sense. Maybe that's I don't know, is that wrong to say? I don't think they're doing too bad, but you know, they're not as controlling. They are very controlling, but they're not like as on top of things as they might think they are. Hospital zoo. There's a zoo at room 400. Good. I know that's supposed to be a 2, but it's fucking zoo. It's foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Look, it's pink and it says zoo. It's foreshadowing. Res room. Yeah, it's where you get revived. If you're dead, you go to the res room and you get rezzed. This is my first Gemology stream, so I don't know how it normally goes. Yeah, it's usually just we open up the video, the timeline, and just dick around for a little bit while we look at the episode. Is this a Gravity Falls reference? Take a look at that in the background. Doug Maheshorn is chill? Yeah, he's pretty chill. He's the chill, cool dad, while Priyanka is like the mom who wants to control it. You know, the breadwinner. They say it is. Anything is a reference if you want it to be, I suppose. Is there a character in the show you would say is just really extra? What do you mean by... I've heard people say that, and I don't quite understand what it means. It's some of that, like, Zoomer talk that I don't use personally. Oh yeah, he's a cop. He's a private security guard. Ronaldo is extra? Yeah, but Ronaldo's funny. If you don't think Ronaldo's funny, then that's a you problem. I think Ronaldo's funny, personally. Even if the humor comes from him being a little bit cringe. I think her eyes magically got better. Yes! Very expressive. Season 1A, Steven was extra. I was just thinking about Frybo and how he was like stark naked at the end of that episode. So yeah, season 1A Steven is like a little bit too much to handle. This has to be a top 5 funniest lines in the show. We'd have to make that list. If we put this on the list, we would have to make that whole list. We would have to go through every like funny line in the whole show. She says yes the same way M. Bison does in that Street Fighter cartoon. I don't know nothing about Street Fighter. I didn't know there was a Street Fighter cartoon. I want to make a list, please. Let's make a list. That might be, I'm gonna start doing, like, funny Patreon streams. So that might be one that I save for then. Peridot screaming, that's your butt? Okay, that's a good one. I can make that list, but it would probably be very biased. I need to get or make some kind of, like, bracket software. What I want to do for, a couple different streams is I want to set up, like, a tournament bracket for a bunch of, like, either songs or episodes. I think I tried to do that before, and, the software I was using was, like, dog shit. It just didn't, like, work correctly. So I wanna either find one or make one, and then do a bunch of funny bracket, like tournament brackets for different things. Best songs, best fusions, best characters, best episodes, etc. Best townies? It's the yes meme where it zooms in on the guy. Oh, from like every YouTube poop ever. Yeah, I know that guy. Ooh, look at this. Okay, I noticed this while editing. I didn't mention it in the video. But take a look at how it, like, disintegrates in different colors. There's red, there's a little bit of orange up here, purple, blue, lighter blue, yellow. Very, very cool effect. Because of the color of the actual gem, of course. They do this for every, I mean, it's more obvious in here, but it happened when Garnet was unfusing in, what the hell was it? Keeping It Together. Rainbow Gay. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Happy Male Mental Health Awareness Month as well. Why does it have shorts on? That's because Connie sliced it. She sliced it through the fucking torso and then it cut the gown in half. Wait, how does this work? Wait. You got whole bottom opening, side opening, then two sleeves, and then the head opening. Is this the butt, the pooping flap that you open up to go pooping? Is that... I created a bigger question. Yeah, you did. It became a skirt. Yeah, a little bit. I don't think it's a skirt, though, because aren't these hospital gowns, like, open in the back? Wouldn't this just be a piece of cloth, then? I guess I'll be watching Future during Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. That's a really good, like, topical show to watch during this month. I want to see this segment where Connie jumps off the shield. Did they plan this out? Also, it's the Gravity Falls tree in the background. So Steven pushes him away somehow. Then does a little bit of a... I'm gonna go down here. What is going on with his eyes? What is this? Ugh. Gravity Falls invented pine trees. I mean, it used this symbol on Dipper's hat or whatever. This isn't even like a pine tree. This is just a shape of a mountain that they made to look like the Gravity Falls hat. I swear to God. Okay, wait. Oh, James. James is like the Gravity Falls guy, the Apoke. Is he still here? James, are you still here? I need to ask. I need to ask the Gravity Falls expert. Okay, let's look at this thing while I wait for him to, like, show up. So, okay, so she jumps on. Steven, like, lifts it as she's jumping. That's pretty good, actually. That's, like, good choreography. What is going on with her eyes now? Whoa. Okay, I don't think he's still here. Are you going to cover all of the Steven Universe mini short episodes? I think I'm going to do those all in, like, one big video on Patreon. Stop looking at their eyes. No, don't look at the cartoon. Don't look at the characters' faces. You're not supposed to look there. Something with this board artist's eyes, they're always so narrow. Yeah, this is the same board artist that does Sadie's song as well, and it's like super obvious. Who boarded this? Just intro. Raven Molisi, Paul Villeco. Villeso? I don't know how to say that. Yeah, this is also... Okay, so let's get a look at Connie, that this sword is like 3 times the length of her body. How on earth is Connie swinging that around? She's not even superhuman? I don't know. She did the One Punch Man routine where you do 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups and then you're like the strongest person in the world. Why is there a dent on the slash? Huh. Because it looks cool? I don't know. Rule of cool, because it looks cool. She's not even bald. Yeah, that's why she's not, like, she can't just punch them to death. She has to use a sword. I gotta rewatch season 1 of One Punch Man because that's the only good part of One Punch Man. It's foreshadowing for the sword breaking later. Yeah, everything's foreshadowing, isn't it? Oh, I want to see Steven's lame-ass bubble. Look at how lame this bubble is. He just, like... it's gone. No sparkles, no fanfare, nothing. It's just... Yeah. It just rotates into the 4th dimension. Why is there a twerking amethyst? Oh, I can fix that. Hold on. Whoop. There we go. Is that better? Is that what you're asking? You wanted another one, right? More? Are you sure? I can do more. I can't, like... Oh, when I... wait, how do I pop this out? Hold on. Chat, you're just gonna have to look at the overlay for a second because I can't, like, edit the overlay unless it's a microscopic window. We're putting more amethysts on here. Okay, I think that's enough for now. There's 4 of them. They're gonna stay for the rest of the stream. Also, we got the red cross in the background, which apparently is not a... Whenever the Red Cross goes after a game company for using the Red Cross in for their fucking, like, first aid kits, they're not actually accomplishing anything because it's not a war crime to use the Red Cross in that way. We are the amethyst, please feed us. Do not feed the amethyst, like the sign on the zoo, like or the sign in the like public parks or whatever where it's like do not feed the ducks. Do not feed the amethysts. Do not tap on the glass. You should have a VTuber model that's just a standing amethyst and she twerks whenever you talk. Could make her the idol her with Pizza Steve's shades. That's actually a really funny idea. I don't have like the plugins to do that. I could totally do that, but I don't have I'm not gonna like start installing plugins on OBS to have that work. Just remember the Famethysts. Do you think the Famethysts would twerk if you ask them nicely? Like, nicely and politely. Was it? I'll keep an open mind about this and that and him. Like that disgusted look about... See, she's the real racist. She's like gem racist. Very weird creature we're looking at. Not lying, I'm talking about this boy is a weird creature. How small is Lion in this clip? He's pretty big. He's like normal size in this clip. I don't know. She doesn't hate gems, she just hates fat kids. Which is also kind of disrespectful. I don't know. I think it's more reasonable to be, like, alien racist. I love this reaction. Say what you will about the weird vertical pupils, but, these are like Bugs Bunny, like, what do you call it? Not Bugs Bunny specifically, but Looney Tunes eyes. But this storyboard artist, this like storyboard artist pair does really good expressions. What would Connie's mom give out at Halloween? She'd be the lame one who doesn't give out anything edible, just like those like plastic wristbands with some like funny saying on them. Not even like a funny saying, but it's like read more books or something like that on a fucking like plastic wristband. Pencils, yeah. Pencils with shitty designs. Yes. She gives raisins? No, no, no. The raisins have too much sugar. She would not give raisins. Plus, what if a dog eats a raisin? That dog is gonna fucking die. I'm racist towards raisins, by the way. Raisins, okay. Hot take, chat. Raisins do not belong in oatmeal cookies. I will eat oatmeal cookies with raisins in them, but I will always enjoy an oatmeal cookie without raisins more. I don't know how hot of a take that is. For the comfort and safety of our patients. I was wondering what that just said. It actually... Actual legible text in the background. Raisin bread? Yeah, like cinnamon raisin bread is pretty good. You know what's better than raisins in bread, though? There's a... in Iowa, where I live, there's a grocery store chain called Hy-Vee, and they make... In the bakery section, they make this, like... cranberry walnut bread. Oh, that shit's really good. Cowboy cookies, oatmeal, coconut, chocolate chips, pecans. That sounds really good. I'm a sucker for a dessert with like a lot of nuts in it. Like every time I make banana bread or like any kind of, you know, sweet bread, it's got to have like walnuts, like black walnuts. Raisins are all right. I don't mind raisins in general. There's just like so many better options. I was eating I bought grapes a little while back, and I was eating them, and there was one that was just like super shriveled. It ended up just becoming a raisin on the vine. I'm like, ooh, bonus. Okay, give me one sec, chat. I gotta blow the frickin' stuff out of my sinuses real quick. One sec. Ugh. Raisins, but with chocolate? Okay, Raisinets. Yeah, those are really good. I do... dark chocolate Raisinets are actually really fucking delicious. What else do we want to see in this episode? There's a lot to look at. It's interesting that they were able to get... Wait, is that another hospital? Wait, what? Now, here's another conspiracy, I guess. There's another hospital in the background. Hello? Is this some, like, embezzlement? Or, like, I don't know what's going on here, but... Another wing of the same hospital? Is there, like, an underground tunnel that goes between them? That's weird. Children's hospital? That's... maybe. I don't know what this says. Something farm? What is it? Decipher this, chat. I don't know what this says. It looks like farm in the bottom. In Europe, that's really common? Harm farm? Farm farm? Farm farm. That's a dumb name, yeah. That's kind of... I'm just gonna accept that it's called farm farm. And this one uses the green with the white cross. They're not taking any chances with the red cross. Also, there's a truck here? Does this show up in the reverse shot? No, it's okay. No, it's because they're teleporting in over here. They're out of frame. But does it show up in a reverse shot? I don't think it does, but I think it might just be out of frame. Oh, there it is. Ambulance. Amber lamp. Minecraft collab map is a weird little nugget of the show. It's up to date with Season 5. The most complete layout of Beach City we have. If I explored that, I would have to do it... Find, like, a Java edition version of it. Because I don't have a way to, like, run Bedrock Edition on my computer, because I use fucking Linux. That's a lie. I could figure out how to get it working, but I don't like Bedrock Edition. I'm not, like, I have no reason other than that specific thing. Let me take a little sip. One sec, I'm gonna cough my lungs out real quick. Good lord. Are we gonna do the next... What are we gonna do with the next episode? We're gonna talk about it for like 10 minutes because there's not a lot to talk about in that episode. We'll talk about Barb, we'll talk about Steven and Drag, and then that's pretty much it. There's not, like, a lot going on. And then maybe Mr. Smiley. Actually, I feel like that's incorrect, because I always feel like I find, during the streams, I find more things to talk about in the towny filler episodes than I do in, like, real episodes like this. Real episodes. I meant, like, more substantial, important episodes. Here's another thing. There's no receptionist in this shot. And then in a later shot, there is? There she is. Faceless. Oh, wait, she does have a face. She has half of a face. This looks like the... Who are the Lemon Grab in the Fiona and Cake show? Like the Lemon Grab twins or whatever. What are they called? Lemon Carbs? Oh, yeah. They're voiced by Jinx Monson. I don't know who that is. They got an automatic defibrillator. Defibrillator? That's correct. Kind of funny to have. I guess it makes sense because, like, public buildings need to have these. But I mean, like, you're in a hospital. They got, like, real defibrillators. Source, are you sick? I'm at the tail end of a cold. I hope it's my last cold ever. Also, I should mention that this like past week has been my first week of totally being free from being a wage slave. I'm only a slave to the patrons now. That's right, Gemology is making enough money to pay the bills. What is this? What is this? Why does this have, like, so much more color than anything else in this frame? Decipher this. This is like a fucking Minecraft painting. Decipher this. Pilot art? Kind of looks like it. It looks like that very first shot in the pilot intro. Okay, let me see if I can do this while we're live. Can I turn off the auto-translate thing in chat? I don't know. Wait, customization. Oh, live chat translation. I can turn that off. Hell yes. Is this Black Diamond? There was a Black Diamond copy pasta. I'm gonna read the, if you know, you know. I'm gonna read it on stream. I'm looking at on Reddit. This is Black Diamond. She is the most powerful diamond, and she's also the one Pink likes to fuck doggy style, sideways, frontwards, backwards, upside down, 360 degrees, no condoms, skin on skin, the living room, on the living room, on the bedroom, on the fridge, on the closet, on the ceiling, on the walls, on the bathroom, on the couch, on the car, and on the street. I discovered this like a week ago. I didn't realize that was like Black Diamond. I've been making jokes about Black Diamond all the time without knowing about this. You just look up Black Diamond copy pasta. I think there's a Know Your Meme page about it. Is this the fucking original art? Is this Black Diamond? I shouldn't be making fun of this, but it's like going in hand with the fucking copy pasta I just read. Yeah, I still am coughing a little bit. It's drainage from having a cold like a week ago. This is actually horrendous. It's hilarious. It's probably some DeviantArt, and then someone made a joke. Yeah, that's this is Black Diamond. That means if that's copy pasta is a thing, like I didn't realize, again, I didn't realize that existed until like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I've been making like Black Diamond jokes anyway. They're not gonna be able to do Black Diamond in Lars of the Stars, right? Why does this song have lyrics? Get out of here. I just made that joke a second ago. Yeah, I attacked your ears with that information. I did not know this. Now chat is just gonna start posting this is Black Diamond all the time. Whenever I say it, whenever I make the funny Black Diamond joke, it's a It's all you have to do is like, it's like the Vaporeon copy pasta. All you have to type is, did you know? I'm not reading that one. God, no. Did you know? Connie's mom's face was the exact reaction of what you just read. Yeah. I didn't write it. Chat, I just read it. Don't shoot the messenger. Oh, I like this. This was showing up in the timeline. This is her also reading the copy pasta. Are you sure? I like the "are you sure" meme. Did you know I said, did you know exactly like a did you know gaming video. Now I've realized I've never seen you both in the same room. I would love to do a did you know gaming video. Give me let me do did you know gaming Nuclear Throne if that doesn't exist already. I don't know enough about Nuclear Throne, but just give me the fucking thing to read and then I'll do it. Did you know? Young Venus is actually from Mars, not Venus. Whoa, good faces. Good faces all around this episode. Did you know the entire Steven Universe game trilogy is bad? It's impressive. I've heard the opposite. I've heard this the second game is good, the third one is okay, and then the first one is forgettable. I genuinely replay the third game constantly. It's so fun. I gotta do that. Maybe, I don't know. I gotta like stream Save the Light at some point. I keep saying that and I don't ever have a good time, but now I have. Okay, so here's the thing is that Gemology videos take like maybe like 10 to 12 hours total to put together, like a whole video. Longer if I'm like taking my time with it. But I can like speed run a Gemology video in like 10 hours. That being said, I have a lot of fucking free time now. So I can do a stream of Save the Light at some point. Also, I've been talking this whole time and I love this face. They're canon? Yeah. I might do a video whatever time in the show that each game takes place. Do you remember the old Flash Steven Universe games that came out when the show was running in Season 1A? No, at that point I was playing like big boy games instead of like I had graduated from Flash games and I'd been playing like real PC games. I had built a PC at that point in my life. And then I never got into like the mobile game craze. I wonder what the origins of the last name Maheswaran. I think it's like a word that translates. Hold on, translate.google.com. I think it's like oppressive or something. I don't know. I know it's Hindi. Sword Stealer. Okay, here we go. Maheswaran. There's a name page on Wikipedia. It's a real name. It's a Tamil male given name. So not Hindi. It may also be a surname for males and females. The female variant of Maheswaran is Maheshwari. Stands for Grand Lord. Interesting. There were some real people. Fictional characters, there you go. It's from, I guess Sri Lanka, and not India, like I thought. One of the at the school I worked at, one of the teachers was from Sri Lanka. And you know what? She upholds the stereotype. She would bring the hammer down. She was like the teacher to bring the hammer down. So there you go. There is a stereotype, and it is upheld in real life. Okay. I don't know what else. What else do we want to look at in this episode, chat? There's a lot to look at. But we also do have to cover Sadie's song at some point. Or we can just skip Sadie's song entirely and just pretend that one doesn't exist. The ending? Yeah, we gotta see the ending of... Oh, the ending of this episode. Specifically, we gotta see the ending of Sadie's song, though. Where Steven's in drag, because it's funny. You mean this ending, where Steven's looking at his mom's sword and giving a little bit of a hug. I'm not crying. You're crying. This moment doesn't get me as hard as other people, it seems. There are moments that get me, but this is not one of them. It's a nice moment. It's just... I don't know. It doesn't get me. What moments get you? The tape, the rose quartz tape from fucking Lion 3. First of all. What else? The Rose's scabbard, the ending of that. Where Steven says, I think you're pretty great. Never actually cried for a piece of media. Then you haven't found media that drives you, that moves you emotionally. Steven and Connie holding hands? Like at the very beginning-ish of the episode? Okay, so it's like, oh, this way, like it's not the main entrance. The super scary way. And then they jabber on a little bit. They yabber on a little bit. And they little couple cold hands. Aww. Look at this no-neck boy. Steven has, like, extra no-neck in this one. Cutie patooties. They're entering through the exit. Oh, no! New thumbnail? I could have done this for a thumbnail. His eyes are even worse. It just keeps getting better. Every time I scroll through, it's like even more concerned Steven. Wario Steven? Where was Wario Steven? This one? Or this one? I don't even know. most morally gray thing Steven has ever done. What, like, go into a oh, go in through the exit. Also, if you look really closely, chat room, this, like, rectangle that's the opening for the hospital, the perspective is all weird. It looks like the background of, like, the previous scene was painted on or, like, pasted in place here. This was, like, transparent, and they said, oh, fuck it, we'll just paste in the old, like, the previous background just to have some continuity and not have to redraw it. But I'm looking at it, I'm analyzing it, I'm looking really close, and it's, the perspective is weird when they did that. What are the lights attached to? They're, it's like an overhang over the entrance. They do, like, look like UFOs. Oh yeah, this entire rectangle is turned. Let's fix that. Hold on. Is that better? There you go. Okay. We're going to continue on. More things to look at. We can spend like 10 minutes on Sadie's song. It's totally fine. I want to see a little bit more of the beginning of here eth. I know that eth is a suffix that like only is supposed to be used with verbs and only like very specific verbs. If we're gonna do a grammar discussion, you have like giveth. Which episode are you excited to analyze in this series? I think Bismuth is going to be one of my favorites to analyze, but also Mr. Greg, just because Mr. Greg is one of my all-time favorites. Bro's just avoiding Sadie's song? Yeah, because Sadie's song is kind of not great. What episode are you least excited to do? Probably something boring like fucking Dewey Wins. Hey, shake a leg. Hey, shake a leg. It's Mr. Greg. And he's here to spend his dough all over the town. Can you tell I've watched that episode like fucking like 50,000 times? Will it be a slight if I say that I like Sadie's song? No, you're fine, but it's only a slight if you tell me that I don't know, there are people in the comments of any video that I make where I say like one negative thing about any episode and then they are like, "Well, you don't understand it." It's like, God forbid I have a differing opinion from someone. I got to like stop reading YouTube comments again. I like to read them because sometimes people have good points, sometimes people catch things that I don't catch. And then other times it's just people complaining when I have anything negative to say. Okay. I think it is about that time that we switch over to the episodes, the next one, the episode. I got Mr. Greg stuck in my head again. Yeah, it's good. Or I could do the, It's Over, Isn't It? It's Over, Isn't It? Is my, all-time favorite song in the show. because I don't know. Pearl solos go hard because Pearl is like the greatest singer in the show. Because she's a fucking Broadway voice actress. Okay, we're gonna switch over. I'm gonna hit the BRB screen. We're gonna switch over to Sadie's song. Hey, shake a leg. I can't. I can only hear the beginning every time someone types that out. Okay, Sadie's song. Let me get everything set up. We're gonna look at Sadie's ass looking like a face, I think, to start off. Because it does look like a face. It's just the button pockets and the fucking eyebrows. You just get face, and then the radio's smiling back. They're friends. Steven rhyming in the beginning, saying like Sadie my lady and here you are's my Lars. Here you are's my Lars. Wait, they got free Wi-Fi in the fucking Big Donut? Time to go there and then torrent a bunch of fucking video games. And, sorry, I was, like, zooming in on the wrong screen. I was zooming in on my main screen instead of the one that the stream was actually capturing. Wait, donut hamburger. I didn't notice this poster. This looks sick. Didn't Dunkin' Donuts do this at one point and it was shitty? Oh, god damn it, I lost it. That looks horrendous. Yeah, because a donut is not like bread. It'll just fucking disintegrate if you try to cut it in half and like put a bunch of ingredients together. A donut burger would be divine if done right. I prefer a bagel burger, but I think a donut, you'd have to do something to the donut to get it to like be a sandwich. The dog nut. I'm gonna look at the dog nut. Wait, where's the dog nut? I talked about a, like a Thai peanut sauce. That would actually probably work well on the nut dog, sorry. It's called a Luther burger, and it's very calorific. Never heard that word, but I understand it. No, that's a bagel sandwich. Remember when KFC did that with the chicken sandwich and replaced the buns with donuts? I don't... Like, a glazed donut doesn't seem like it would work whatsoever for that. Because as soon as you pick it up to eat it, it would just flatten. Because it has, like... Fried donuts have so much air inside them. If it was a cake donut, it would disintegrate. I just had, like, 2 cake donuts earlier today as well. They were on clearance at Walmart. I always go to the clearance bakery shit in Walmart, because I'm a fat fuck. Squish the donuts first. Glaze and hamburger meat sounds dreadful. Yeah, I don't like the idea of, like, that much sugar going with a hamburger. Wait, this is a scam. Let me get the $1 for one donut. And then let me get 2 donuts for $3.39. And then I'm gonna get a triple for fucking $2.49. Why? Why is this one priced that way? It's a fucking scam. Not only is the Big Donut a money laundering front, they're ripping people off if they want to buy 2 donuts. The breakup is the only worthwhile bundler. I would go for the triple. I would eat 1 that day. I'd save the other 2 for like breakfast the next day and then like a dessert later the next day. The breakup donuts? Why is it a breakup? What makes it a breakup if it's 8 donuts? I don't get it. Some people binge eat after a breakup. I get it. Okay, that makes sense. I guess I haven't had enough breakups in my life. And the ones I have had were not like severe, horrible like incidents. I want 1,000 donuts even if I don't break up. I don't know. That sounds fucking delicious. If I had infinite supply of donuts, that would be divine. Haven't you noticed that I'm a star? Wait, how's it go? How does the song go? I've got the fucking Slime Rancher songs going in my head, so I can't even think about. I can't help it if I make a scene. Stepping out on my hot pink limousine. Turning heads and I'm stopping traffic. Yeah, there you go. I don't know the rest of the words. Infinite donuts, but no, infinite bacon, but no games. That's a good one. You sound like a Candy Crush grandma talking to my... Wait, Candy Crush man talking to my 200-year-old grandma when you say divine. Why? I don't know nothing about Candy Crush. I don't know what you're referencing. I just know that old people on Facebook play Candy Crush and then like pay for more plays. What is this scale? Hold on, let me go back to the one where it's like really weird scale. He's like, I don't know, is he wide in this one? He looks very like stout and wide. Not fat, but like he's been stretched horizontally. You've never seen your grandparents play Candy Crush. I have one remaining grandparent and he's like addicted to fucking like internet scams. That's all I know. Do not redeem kind of stuff. It feels like he's closer than he should be. He's bigger. The post office is given drugs from the Big Donut and then deliver them to the customers. I don't think that's right. I think Barb is too sloppy. They would not let Barb in on a fucking operation as what do you call it? As like well-oiled as this one. I assume he's friends with a Nigerian prince? Oh yeah, like absolutely. Infinite donuts, but no partner. My wife left me, but I got infinite donuts. What if you got a wife that worked at a donut place and you got both? You got best of both worlds. You get a wife and infinite donuts. I don't care if you're gay or straight or woman, straight woman. You're getting a wife, whether you like it or not. I want a wife, thanks. Whoa. This is the most, like, star eye that has ever star-eyed. Gotta go to Beach-a-Palooza. Do you think Sadie and Lars are running the drug ring or working for the boss behind the drug ring? I think they're working... They're not even working for... They don't know about the drug ring. They're just there. They're like a... You ever see Breaking Bad and like a... Los Pollos Hermanos and there's just employees working there. They don't know that it's a fucking money laundering front. Maybe after hours there's like shit moving in and out through the back room, but it's like they don't know none of that. They're just good employees because fucking Gus Fring treats them right. If you guys haven't seen Breaking Bad, none of this is making sense, but like you're not gonna expose the fact that you're a money laundering front to your employees. There was a big... Near me, actually, in my city, there was this restaurant that was really fucking good and had, like, all the employees were getting, like, really good, salaries and all that. And then we, like, it gets shut down because everyone found out that the owner was, like, embezzling money from his other job and then using it, like, he was laundering it through the restaurant. Which was insane. This was like national news at the time. He embezzled like multiple, like $50 million or something like that. It was crazy. I'm gonna Google this at risk of doxing myself. God damn it, it's behind a fucking, paywall. Wassendorf. I guess you can do your research on that and then dox me if you feel like it. That's the name I'll give you. There was a big fucking money laundering scandal and like embezzlement from, I think, like an investment firm. He was like embezzling money from his investors. Are there talks about opening the restaurant again under new management? No, this was like decades ago. Not like... It might have been like a couple decades ago. I don't know. Also, I love this bedroom. This is like the coolest fucking bedroom in a basement. It's like, again, as I said in the video, it's cozy as fuck. I like that I switched to Sadie's song and then I lost like 10 viewers. Sadie's bedroom is cozy. I don't know, what is this called when you have a bed frame that like has a frame on top? I've always wanted one of those, and I've always wanted to like drape a like big curtain over it. So I can be in like a little fucking tent. Dream room low key. True? I lost soundtrack, by the way. We ran out of Slime Rancher soundtrack. Let's listen to the other part of the soundtrack. Canopy frame. Always wanted a bedroom in either the basement or the attic. I used to have a bedroom in a basement. When I lived with my parents previously, my bedroom was in the basement, and it was pretty cozy. I made some episodes of Crystal Sins came out during that. I have some videos. I filmed like my face in some older videos in that room. It doesn't look like a basement. It's not like all dank like this one is. Because I'm pretty sure that's just like bare concrete. And this is a rug. Like under the bed is just concrete. This room has got to be cold as hell in the winter. No, my basement was like totally finished. It had ceiling and everything. Source face reveal? Duck reveal? Dick reveal? No, that's not happening. Unless? No. If I get desperate. Only if I get desperate. But I have fulfilled the duck reveal. I've done duck stream. Duck stream is probably not going to happen again because bringing a duck into my house is a pain in the ass. I also like Sadie's cactus. I respect it. Why would you say that? I had you at max volume. This person is watching porn. Pornography. This person is getting off to pornography. Turn your volume down. Don't watch my streams with no headphones. If you're watching with other people in the house, you're gonna regret it. Also, CD moment. CD moment. This is with the singer. This is canonically what the singer looks like. I'll be sent to Valhalla. That sounds like a pretty good deal. I want to go to Valhalla. Vanessa? Oh yeah, Vanessa from fucking Phineas and Ferb. She is the same voice actress. Why do we have 4 amethyst shaking ass? Oh, is that not enough? Hold on, we'll get a couple more. We'll get it. Oh, that's the overlay. No, I copied the overlay. That's not what I wanted to do. We'll get another amethyst going. Just as a treat, you know? I don't know about the pile of plushies, though. I know that it's like the meme is that Barb is buying these things, not realizing that Sadie doesn't want them, and then Sadie not telling her that, like, hey, I'm a little old for these. I, like, don't care as much about these as when I was a kid. Not wanting to hurt her feelings, obviously. I think that's the whole fucking basis of this episode, is that Sadie doesn't want to, like, disappoint her mom. Okay, let's look at Steven in drag. I think everyone wants to see that, mostly. We'll look at Barb in a little bit. Let's look at hideous-ass Sadie. I don't know why, she looks like a fucking... She reminds me of... For some reason, she reminds me of the horse from Adventure Time, like Season 1 Adventure Time, where it's Ice King in a fucking horse costume. I think it's just, like, her turning around and having these, like, beady eyes. Blobfish. Also, pour one out for Mr. Smiley not being voiced by Sinbad anymore. Steven really unironically pulls this off better than Sadie. I think they used this one in a bunch of promos too. Look at him. He looks fucking. He's enjoying himself. God damn. You wouldn't catch me dead doing this, but I respect it. This is fucking. It looks fun as hell. Some new nameless background characters in the crowd. Let's take a look. Where's the crowd? We got lesbian couple with son. We got, who else? I think, I don't know who. Mustache guy with hat. Person. Big guy, mushroom guy. This looks like a fucking. This looks like a character from like Craig of the Creek or something. I don't know who that is. Ponytail woman. Braid hair woman. And then I think this is Lamar Abrams. I don't know. What does Lamar Abrams look like? Yeah, this is. I think this is him. I don't know, this just looks like default person. Like, when you make a person in a video game, like, character creator, this is, like, the default starting character. Mushroom guy was in Alone Together. Yeah, he was, like, this huge fucking guy in the background. I remember that. Welcome to the stream, Vondel. Well, I gotta send you a video because Vondel specifically I have to send a video because I know he's a Project Hail Mary fan, but it's an animatic from the audiobook where Rocky eats. It was a very well done animatic. It was pretty cool. Lars just not caring. It's like, oh, it's fucking Steven. Fuck this. Mom, come pick me up. That is not Lamar Abrams? I don't know who that is then. That looks like too specific. That's not Lamar Abrams? It looks... I don't know. I'm looking at a picture of him. I've seen it and it's great. Okay, cool. I just saw it today, so... I guess the picture I'm looking at has glasses. He has glasses on, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what like half the fucking staff on the show looked like. His cameo looks different. Okay. Maybe he will show up later and I will get a chance to see. There's flower pot full of glitter. Be glad you're doing glitter outside and not inside, because glitter's a actual nightmare outside. How did the bitrate do during that? Actually, it's mostly big chunks, so the bitrate does fine on the stream, I'm pretty sure. I do like this moment. I don't know why Sadie's not wearing her work outfit at the Big Donut, but I do like the moment where Sadie's not totally turned off singing, because it does set up for really late into the show the Sadie killer and the suspects. I should post it in the Discord, good, though it's very good. Yeah, I'm gonna post it in videos. Since we got a lot of amethyst, can we get another peridot? Best I can do is another amethyst, but a different amethyst. Let's see what I got. That's all I can do. Oh wait, that's too big. Get this shrunken down. That's all I got, chat. I'm sorry. I feel like we have enough amethysts. There's no such thing. Gotta have all the amethysts. Sadie's scar is missing. I think it's just covered. Or it's on the opposite side. Yeah, it's just covered in this shot, I think, and then it cuts to this one, and then there it is. What else is there to see? There's not a ton to see in this. I like Sadie's house. We got Barb, we've seen before. Best dang male, man, woman, or animal on the force. That's one of my favorite quotes. I don't know, because it's just fun to say. That's the only reason. If you guys had this conversation already, but I think the song is good. It's just a good radio pop song. We actually, you got here like right as we were switching episodes, so yeah, there's not a lot has happened discussion-wise. But yeah, I agree. It feels like just a good, like, sing-along, feel-good pop song. Even though the lyrics are like, I'm a celebrity, I'm unable to make connections with real people anymore. That kind of terrifies me. Since, like, I don't want to be the guy, first of all, who goes around saying, like, oh, I'm like a fucking celebrity now. I have 20,000 subscribers, which is a big number. That's, like, bigger than 99% of the people on this planet. There's a lot of people who know who I am, and I don't know any of those people back, basically. And that kind of fucking freaks me out. It's like, am I gonna be able to know people? Am I good if I meet a fan in person? Would it be like wrong to be friends with that fan? I don't know. Kind of freaky. That's what the song's about. Anyway, I don't want to become like, I don't know. There's a lot of celebrities or a lot of people who get famous like really fast. And they just become assholes, or like they become sex pests or whatever. I feel like it's really easy for that not to happen. Maybe I'm being naive, but to like not be a oh, I like this face. To not be an asshole or a weirdo. It feels like it's like really simple. There's a name for that concept. Why is there a face on Sadie's carpet? This episode really is just full of, like, faces that shouldn't be there. This thing? Or are we talking about something else? Like this in the background? Is this another plush figure? Plush guy? Shout out to Weird Al for not even swearing. I think Weird Al swears. I saw him in concert once. I think those people are already like that, and then getting YouTube famous gives them an excuse to do it even more. Oh, James is back. James, I had a Gravity Falls question, and then you weren't there, and now I forgot what the question was. Anyway, now that you're here, James, okay, here's the chat. I'm gonna ask the chat. If there was a Gemology overanalyzing type series about My Hero Academia, would you watch it? We had this discussion like a couple days ago, and I want to see if the chat would be on board for that. No, probably not. Yes. A lot of people haven't seen the series. I don't know how much like overlap there is between my audience and an audience that would watch the same thing but with My Hero Academia. One person really wants to watch it. Okay, so this wasn't a thing that I wanted to make, but my friend James wanted to make it, maybe. I'm just pitching that now because it's like, I'm just gauging interest. This is a softball outfit? This looks more like a taekwondo outfit. Code Lyoko analyzing series? I think that's what CL stands for. I don't think I could do a Code Lyoko series. I would watch a Code Lyoko series, but I don't think personally I could do it myself. Patrick takes notes gif. Looks like Ben 10. It does. You know what it needs is green cargo shorts. I would watch it. I would watch a My Hero Academia overanalyzing thing. But I would have to like go and watch the whole show first. You know what? I get stuck on My Hero Academia. I get stuck on rewatching the first season because that's like the one part of the show that I think is really good. All these outfits seem too small. Yeah, that's because this was for when Sadie was like 10 or 11, like preteen. Also, we got regular pupils, like oval pupils, and then we got wicked vertical stretchy pupils. I'd love to make a Steven Universe overanalyzing series myself, but 2 people are already on it. Well, I mean, I don't have a... Me and Jord don't have, like, a patent on this format. You can do whatever you want. I get what you're saying, though, is that, like, people are going to come in and they're going to be accusing you of... You're just copying. Also, for the record, I try not to watch Jord's videos because I don't want to, like, accidentally steal points that he's making. There's a few other, not like episode analysis, but like character analysis videos that I've seen. Someone needs to do one on Infinity Train. Yeah, that would be cool as hell. I have Jord on Discord. I should message him. I feel like we wanted to do something. I don't know what we could do that's like a fucking collaboration crossover. Last time I wanted to do a crossover with another Steven Universe YouTube creator guy was that Supersonic guy who was also doing like a CinemaSins style show, and then he got into some kind of controversy, and I got lucky that I didn't do like a collaboration. It's gonna take centuries for you to get to my favorite parts. You and George should swap for April Fools. That would be funny. He could just write a script and then I would read. It would just be me voicing it instead of him, and I could write a Gemology script, make him voice it. Gemology type show about Xavier Renegade Angel. Oh Christ, not that guy. Oh yeah. I think the worst part of that is that people were trying to use me as like a mouthpiece for like getting attention, or like bringing attention. You know, this was like peak cancel culture era. They were trying to use me as like a vehicle to cancel him or whatever, and it's like I didn't want to get involved in that. I don't like canceling. I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like ruining someone's life over something that may or may not have happened. Say his mom about to poke her in the eye? Yeah. Sadie's point of view shot? Sadie's point of view rule? I want to do a Gemology type show about the original Flintstones. That would just be called Geology. Is that the joke you were going to make? Because I made it first. Why the star so big? That is a question. That is one of the questions of all time. Okay, I want to see some actual, like, crowd shots. Okay, here we go. Special mystery guest. We pan up. We're over the fucking, like, fry shop or whatever. We got lesbian couple that everyone's, like, infatuated with. We got mystery hair. Oh, this is probably Nanafois. No, Nanafois is backstage. Mystery hair character. I think it would just be really funny to get invested in the Flintstones lore. PD's all alone? Yeah, because his dad wandered off to talk to Kofi. That's Mushroom Man on the right? This is Mushroom Man? Oh, it might be. I thought it was hair. It's just the back of his bald, fat head. PD spotted. Who's running the fry shop? Probably Ronaldo, actually. Also, this is like the best time to be the owner of the fry shop. Because people are going to be wanting to get fries to watch the show. You know, concessions. What is Dewey so pissed off about? Is he's just organizer of this whole event and he like hates doing it every year. Oh yeah, Ronaldo's in the show. He's backstage. Then who's running the... Someone's got to run the fry shop. You can't just not have the fry shop open during Beachapalooza. That's bad business. It's the back of Smiley's head? No, Smiley's on stage. The fry shop is closed? Well, yeah, all the employees are... You got PD out here, Fryman is over here, Ronaldo's backstage getting ready for his fucking TED Talk. Fry shop is closed, there's no employees. Other than the Fryman brothers and father. Full moon? Fryman, this is... Wait. Sadie's evil twin is the mystery person? No, this is Mushroom Guy. Mushroom Shirt Guy. Unknown Fry Mother. Where do you think Fry Mother is? Who is Fry Mother? Oh yeah, it is. I should have just gone... Okay, that was a voice crack. I should have just scrolled forward and we would have seen that it's fucking Mushroom Shirt Guy. Who's a Mushroom Guy? It's a fucking... This guy in the back with the mushroom shirt. Where's Greg? That's what I'm asking. Why is Greg not like performing in Beach-a-Palooza? Also, this joke where it's like, why? How does a pizza tie its shoes? With a garlic knot. I am not good at Nanafwad accent, you know, African, whatever. But they really got the whole crowd laughing with that joke. Like, come on. Yeesh. He's probably the first performer and he left once his turn is done. Now, if Greg was performing in Beach-a-Palooza, he would be like the closing act, right? Honestly, I would laugh. They even got Lars laughing. Nah, Lars is just like playing along because he wants to be cool, like the cool kids. And perhaps he's crushing on Jenny or Buck. I don't know which one. I think he's crushing on both of them, honestly. Nanafa's from Ghana. She's based on Ian JQ's grandma, who also created the flag of Ghana. I think you've shared that fact before. That is pretty cool. That's pretty, like, cool real-life lore. Okay, this guy didn't show up in the reverse shot. Like, the overhead of the fucking, That guy just wasn't there. There's like a few people that weren't here. These three are not in that shot. Where was it? Maybe they're off screen, but this man and this person... Is that a man, woman? I don't know. They're doing the hand thing. But also... Who the fuck's this guy? You can't see him from behind? What a weirdo. Okay, we're moving on. I want to see Mr. Smiley. I like Mr. Smiley, even though he's not voiced by Sinbad anymore. Why doesn't Steven have his own act with Greg? He did Beach-a-Palooza the last 2 years at least. That's true. Hand thing mentioned. That guy is Mario from Zelda 64. You know, there were 2 Zeldas on the 64. They're also remaking Ocarina of Time, which I have no intention of buying, because I have no intention of buying a Switch 2. I also still haven't beaten Ocarina of Time. I don't know. I never got enough into it. Favorite Zelda is Link to the Past. They do make a good smiley character in this show. His teeth are huge. He keeps them fucking nice. He's got good ass fucking big ass teeth. He has one middle tooth. Yeah, he's like, what do you call it? What's his name? Tom Cruise. He's got like a middle tooth. You ever see Tom Cruise's teeth? He's got like, his teeth are a little bit off center. Let me find a good picture. There you go. There you go. A little bit off center. Can't knock him for that. It's not his fault. I'm just saying he's got a middle tooth like Tom Cruise does. But Tom Cruise doesn't nearly have teeth as big as him. Now you're never gonna unsee that, chat. Every time you watch a movie with Tom Cruise in it, you're never gonna unsee his like off-center top jaw. Ugh. Unfortunate that Barb's ass does also doesn't look like a face as well. It's not hereditary, it's just a fucking pants thing. Jamie doing the mime. I already can't unhear his weird-ass laugh. I don't even know what Tom Cruise laugh sounds like. I haven't watched a Tom Cruise movie in fucking years. Last time I tried, I went to one of the Mission Impossible movies, and then on the way into the theater, my mom fucking fell and broke her leg. And then we left. So I didn't get to watch Mission Impossible, and also my mom broke her leg. That was years ago. From a weird video about him talking about Scientology. Weirdest shit ever. That sucks. Yeah, I never watched that Mission Impossible movie, unfortunately. I hope she recovered from missing the movie. I don't know if she ever watched it. I don't think it was like... I don't think we were missing out on anything after not seeing it. You know a movie I haven't seen? Okay, there's two movies that are currently in theaters that I want to see, and one of them is Backrooms. I've heard nothing but good things about Backrooms. And the other one's the Digital Circus movie, but also that one, like, I can't get, like, a matinee, like, discount price on that for some reason. I want to go, like, in the morning and watch it for like fucking $5, but I can't. Have I watched Digital Circus? Yes. Not my favorite, but it's cool. I think it's fun. I think that's a show worth like going back and rewatching though at some point. Someday I'll go and rewatch that show, but I guess I'll wait for the finale to go up on YouTube. Yeah, Jamie's doing the box. The box TM. I'm dying to see the new Spider-Man movie come out. I'm not. I don't know what they're gonna... I saw the trailer for it, and it's like absolutely nothing about it looked all that interesting to me. I don't know, well, like, I guess I'm superhero fatigued. I'll watch the next, like, Spider-Verse movie because I like an animated Spider-Man better. But, yeah, I don't care for the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. What if mimes were real? I always like to think about mimes and clowns being like their own species. But mimes were hunted to extinction. Now the only mimes we have are like a weird breed of clowns. Who is this nameless background character with pointy ass nose? What's your favorite Spider-Man? It's gotta be fucking Miles Morales in Spider-Verse. Do you know about clown husbandry? No, I am uneducated on the clown agriculture. Big Top Burger. I think these are all, again, I think these are all people who, like, work on the show. That, like, get their fucking characters put in. Whoa, look at this face. Cool kids look so out of place among the detailless, soulless NPCs. She looks like a me? Yeah, this would be like one of the horrendous things that I put on my fucking Tomodachi Life Island. I gotta get a capture card so someday I can stream that game on Twitch. I do want to start occasionally, maybe a few times a week, doing Twitch streams again like I did last summer. I don't know what I'll play. There's a few games that I want to replay at some point. One of them I want to play is Just Cause 2, but I can't get that to run on my computer. It's so fucking janky. It's weird, because I'm running on Linux. I run it through Proton, the fucking, compatibility layer for games that only run on Windows, which 99% of the time works really well, but it doesn't work for this game. Like, I get the game working, I get into the menu, and then when I click New Game, it logs me out of my whole computer. I only just watched the second Spider-Verse movie, and I liked it well enough, but I went into it expecting it to be a movie with, like, an ending. Yeah, that was very weird. It kind of reminded me of one of the John Wick movies, where it's like, you're ready to kill everybody, and then he's like, yeah, and then the movie just ends. Which one was that? Was that number 3? Yeah, it crashes my fucking... my plasma session. Did no other contestant notice that Sadie was the mystery guest? Yeah, but they're not gonna spoil it. That's against fucking show business. It's like, imagine during Shakespeare's time, when, like, the first time people are seeing Romeo and Juliet, and one of the fucking cast members comes out into the audience and says, like, yeah, they both, like, kill themselves at the end. And then goes backstage and then performs it. Like, why would you spoil that? That's rude as hell. You don't spoil who the mystery guest is. Also, Ronaldo wouldn't know because the blackboard is blocking her. The green board? Is it still a blackboard if it's green? Where are Sadie's bangs with the hairstyle? They, like, straightened her hair. Wait, she doesn't have bangs? What the hell? I don't know how hair works once it gets to this length. I've never had hair this long. All blackboards I've seen are green. I've seen black blackboards and brown blackboards. This is Black Diamond. Oh yeah, Mr. Smiley is like a huge dude, by the way. This guy's like, I'm gonna say the funny number, chat. This guy is like 6'7". He's tall as hell. Yeah, funny number. Say it. You have fun. Just call it a chalkboard. It's not a chalkboard because it doesn't have. It's not a board made of chalk. It's a blackboard. Largest human in the show. Have we ever seen like Greg and Smiley next to each other at any point? I don't know if we have, but I feel like Mr. Smiley is like way bigger. I could have used the other funny number. Oh, you mean 1337. That's the funny number. What else is there to look at in this episode? I feel like I've been talking about it for a half hour and I'm already done. Ronaldo doing a Peridot fucking TED Talk. Identification and defense. Also, Peridot is a square. If you're on Patreon, you already know this, but Peridot is a square, not a triangle. Actually, she's closer to a kite. Like, geometrically. How embarrassing that Ronaldo is doing the public's work about the gems and not the government. What government? There's a mayor and that's it in this whole show. So like a diamond. No, a kite. A diamond is not a geometric shape. Is it? It's called a fucking rhombus. That's not a... And she's not a rhombus, she's a kite, because... Well, I guess a rhombus can be a kite, because, let me pull this up. This is a kite. Chat room. Maybe? There you go. It's, the diagonal is fucking 5, and this is 2. Yeah, there you go. So you can have, it's, wait, can it be both? Yeah. So a kite can be a rhombus. Or rhombus, all rhombuses are kites, kind of thing. I think. I don't know, I don't know nothing about fucking math. Peridot's head is 3-dimensional, so she's already not a triangle. Actually, she's 2-dimensional because this is a fucking 2-dimensional cartoon. But if that were the case, she's already not a triangle. I miss flying kites. I want to buy a kite so I can attach a Mesh-tastic radio on it. You guys know about Mesh-tastic? This is like the most niche thing I'm ever going to talk about. I'm playing with these little radios. I can turn on my face cam. I'll show you what one of them looks like. I 3D printed a case for this one. I got this thing. Hold on. Face cam, face reveal. Okay. We got this guy. This is like a little radio. It's got an antenna on the back. You Bluetooth your phone to it. And then you can like send text messages without cell service. It's good. I was gonna get my parents some of these because they do camping a lot. And of course you're gonna go camping in like campsites with no cell service. Sounds like a pager. It's kind of like that, but it you can like bounce signals off of other devices. If someone puts one of these on top of a big fucking tower, you can send messages like ridiculously far. I think I get signals from airplanes with some of these in them occasionally, because every so often I'll get like the whole state, like all the radios in the whole state. I always forget that's what you look like, and I just imagine the weird animal instead. Why is the lighthouse on? I thought it was abandoned. The lighthouse is on because we need boats to not crash into the shore. And the light is maintained by the Coast Guard. I think that's the case for all lighthouses, at least in the US. All the lights are maintained by the Coast Guard. The building might be abandoned, but the Coast Guard needs to still be able to get in there. Yeah, I still think my headcanon is still that the fact that, not a fact, but I still headcanon that Ronaldo like won this in a lien auction because it was abandoned. So yeah, I think Ronaldo owns it for like $200 or something. There's also no roof. Oh, what the hell happened? Yeah, there is no roof. I mean, obviously there's this roof, but then there's no pointy bit on the top of the light itself. If the Coast Guard uses it is it really abandoned? I guess not. I mean, nobody lives in it. There's like lighthouses. Typically, you have someone living in the lighthouse, right? But also, does the Coast Guard exist in this show? Because no other fucking military body exists. It might as well be. He's got squatters' rights? Maybe. Oh yeah, white topaz. The lighthouse wasn't on in Horror Club? Yeah, what if Ronaldo turned it off? Because it's like, we don't want the light blasting us in the face during the movie. So we just like went down and fucking shut the light off. Is there like a big switch to turn a lighthouse on and off? Like a big ass breaker? They have to use like 2 hands to move the lever or whatever? Lever or whatever. That rhymed unintentionally. That was pretty good. People don't have to live in them anymore because they're automated. That is also probably true, but older ones like the one in the show. It's a fucking house. Like someone could live in it. They don't have to. I guess the military could, like, eminent domain it and just, like, control the whole thing. Also, here's a weird, like, low-res pixel version of it. From a slightly different angle. 1,000 casualties at sea that night. That was, like, worse than the Titanic when that happened. Yeah, even if someone didn't live there, there would probably be, like, some kind of Coast Guard presence. Someone said this, like, this bucket changes, position or something? I don't know. I do like this expression is awesome. No fence on the cliff. I think they just didn't draw a fence because it was too far away. The chunk is taken out of it, so there's enough detail there. Let me see again. Where the hell? I lost it. I lost the scene where Smiley's talking to them and I don't know. Where the hell was it? There we go. Yeah, you got the chunk taken out of it. If Barb can get out of the freaking way from the hand ship crashing. I'm also coming to a conclusion. This is like way ahead. This is like fucking log date whatever number where Peridot talks to Yellow Diamond. I'm getting to the conclusion where Peridot was actually the commander of that mission and the captain of that ship. I'll talk about that when I get to it. Hello, love your videos. English is not my first language, but your voice is so clear that it helps me to practice more of my English. That's cool to hear. I do my best to be clear. I don't mumble. I got good enough. Oh, Dewey's asleep. I got good enough inflection and good enough audio equipment. I am gonna get a new interface though. My interface has been dying slowly. He's been up, like, maintaining this, stand since probably, like, 6 a.m., and it's probably, like, 10 p.m. by now. What's an interface? It's a, it's the thing that goes between the computer and the microphone. It, like, it turns an analog microphone signal into a digital thing that the computer can turn into a file. Or backwards, it can turn digital data into, what do you call it? Into, like, a analog audio signal for headphones or speakers. Is he handing out wristbands? Anyone wearing any? I don't believe so. Is this like the over 21 I'm allowed to drink wristband, or the I paid to get in here wristband? I don't know. I think he's pissed off because this was supposed to be a, like, there's supposed to be like an entry fee, but there's no fence, so people just walked in and now nobody paid. And the city's hemorrhaging money because of that. Despite Sadie being a girl, she's also being forcibly effeminized in a way that's meant to be uncomfortable. That's true. That's you don't want to. I've known people who like don't want to lean like this far into being like a, you know, the like fucking pop idol, like feminization or whatever. I wouldn't want to be, like, turned into some beer drinking, I guess beer is fine, but some, like, dude bro, like, tradey construction worker type guy. I understand. Or put into a dress. I don't want to be effeminized either. This aside only works if you remember this Dexter's Lab episode. It's been so long since I've watched any amount of Dexter's Lab that I don't even remember. Turn that frown upside down. This city is always hemorrhaging money, it seems. Yeah. I bet property taxes are fucking through the roof. Joker lipstick. Also, cheap-ass makeup that just comes off after... She doesn't even wipe her face, she just gets her face wet and then it's all gone. I saw someone spamming the heart reaction. I remember back in the day, you could do like custom emojis for those little reactions in the YouTube chat. You can't do that anymore. Even her curls came back. I don't know how hair works, so I don't know, like, if you straighten out curly hair and then get it wet, does it just, like, get curly again? Another weird lighthouse. No, because it's weighed down, it curls when it dries. Yeah, that makes sense. She looks nice here. She looks pissed off. She looks better without the makeup, I'll say that much. But that's just like some people look better without makeup and they don't realize that. I had a coworker who would, like, every day, like, this is at an elementary school, by the way. She, like, slathered on makeup. And it just did not look good. What is this background music I'm hearing? It's hashtag awesome and hashtag beautiful. This is called Mochi's Manor from the Slime Rancher soundtrack. Hold on, let me cough again. Sorry, I like cut the power to my mic. I think that was really loud on your end. I'm sorry. Source, do you think you look better in or out of makeup? I have never tried makeup, so I don't even know a fucking idea. I loathe ducks, so I'm morbidly curious as to what this stream is. You've missed the duck segment, so you're fine. Also, how could you loathe ducks for someone called Foul Necromancer? I know it's the wrong spelling of foul, but, you know. Okay, I want to look at Sadie's room, like, one more time. Actually, let's look at, like, the first shot in the episode. Nameless background, new nameless background character with no eyes. With just a weird tumorous growth on his face. Necromancer? Are you a cat wizard? How does someone ever even come to loathe a duck? That is a good question. Who like dislikes ducks that much? What did ducks ever do to you? It looks like his brain is out. Is this like one of those Men in Black, like bodysuits piloted by an alien? I say bodysuit. That's incorrect. Like a human mech piloted by an alien, and the fucking alien, the mech face opens up, and there's a little guy inside. And human Pearl, maybe? It sure looks like what this is. They forgot to seal him up after the lobotomy. This straight up looks like a human version of Pearl with like long hair. That's what they have the same feet. That's what I'm saying. Same skin color, same hair color. What if this is just another Pearl living on Earth in secret? With her fucking gem on her back or something. So, like, she's just got the long hair and if, like, it just covers up her gem. What if this is Pearl? And she's, like, secretly... This headband is covering her gem. And she's, like, secretly helping with Beach-a-Palooza because she really fucking likes organizing things. So she wants to help organize the event. Oh... This is the new conspiracy. Pearl is actually, like, steeped in Beach City, like, leisure services. She doesn't want to... admit it yet. It's Nora. I forget that Nora is like a meme. Not like a meme, but like was I guess I'm saying meme in like the like actual, you know, the way it was coined, like the Richard Dawkins way. Huh. That's why she helped script the play? Yeah, maybe she scripted the play and was like, you know what? Contributing to these, like, human events is actually really fucking enjoyable, but I'm not willing to admit that to the other gems, so I'm just gonna do it in secret with long hair. What is this? Don't worry. Oh, it's a it's a shrink. Or a suicide hotline? I don't know. No, it's a therapy service. And spicy pretzels. So spicy you'll die. The only reason I know it says so spicy you'll die is because I said that in Crystal Sins years and years ago. Okay, chat room. We're getting close to the 3-hour mark. And it just hit me like a truck that all that soda that I drank during this stream is coming to It's ready to go, if that makes any sense. Is she listening to a tape? This is the button you press when you're stopping a tape. I don't know why she needed a CD. Okay. I think I'm ready to wrap this up. There's not a lot to talk about in Sadie's song. But anyway, chat room, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I think I want to do some more streams, but on the Twitch side. If anyone's interested in that, I think I left a link in the description. Maybe? Did I? Yes, I did. Is this pre-recorded? Yes. All of these streams are pre-recorded, and I just guess what chat is gonna say. Okay. Chat, I think we're gonna wrap up here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Next episode is gonna be the Peridot one. What do you call it? Catch and release. It's up on Patreon now. It'll be up on Wednesday on YouTube. Also, I'm gonna try to play. I'm gonna play some fucking like Minecraft or something. Maybe tomorrow on Twitch. Anyway, that's it for me. I feel like I need a donut now. I might go get a donut. You know, I had donuts today. I'm not doing that. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye. Good night, good night. If it's nighttime. If it's not, then fuck you. No, I'm joking. Good night, even if it's not night. If it's not night, then watch this at night, and then watch this part when it's actually nighttime, and then good night, good night. Okay, bye.